She loves you, but she ignores you. Sounds confusing, right? You send a message. She leaves it on read. You ask her to meet up. She's always busy. Your mind starts racing. Is she playing hard to get? Did I do something wrong? But the answer is simpler than you think. And Stoicism can explain it. Why being ignored might be a sign of love. We live in a world where attention is currency. When someone ignores you, it feels like a punishment, an emotional wound that won't stop stinging. But what if I told you that sometimes the strongest sign of love isn't presence, it's distance? Sounds crazy, right? To understand this, let's step back and look through the lens of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has guided some of history's greatest minds. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught that what we perceive is not always reality. Our emotions cloud our judgment. We react to being ignored as if it means rejection. But in truth, it could mean something much deeper. So in this video, we're going to break it all down. Why do women sometimes ignore the men they love? How does this align with Stoic philosophy? What should you do when this happens to you? By the end of this, you'll have a completely different perspective. You'll understand why silence is sometimes louder than words, and why mastering it will make you stronger, not weaker. So let's get into it. The pain of being ignored. Let's be real. Being ignored hurts. It triggers insecurity, self-doubt, and even anger. Your first instinct: chase. Send another message. Apologize for something you didn't do. Try to fix whatever is wrong. Sound familiar? Here's where most men go wrong. They see being ignored as an obstacle instead of an opportunity. What if, instead of reacting emotionally, you step back? What if, instead of obsessing over why she's ignoring you, you focused on controlling what's actually within your power? Your mindset, your response, your self-worth. That's where Stoicism comes in. 1. The dichotomy of control, mastering your response. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "Some things are in our control, and others are not." Her actions, not in your control. How you respond, 100% in your control. Most men waste energy trying to force a response, double texting, over-apologizing, begging for attention. But here's the problem. Desperation lowers your value. The Stoic way: shift your focus inward. Instead of chasing someone else's validation, cultivate self-discipline. Train your mind to recognize what you can control: your mindset, your emotions, your reactions. Let go of everything else. This is how true confidence is built, not by forcing a response, but by mastering yourself. 2. Amor fati, loving every outcome. What if getting ignored is actually the best thing that could happen to you? In Stoicism, there's a concept called amor fati, love of fate. It means embracing whatever happens, seeing it as necessary for your growth. Think about it. Maybe she's ignoring you because she needs space. Maybe she's testing your patience. Or maybe she's showing you that she's not the right person for you. Instead of resisting, embrace it. If she truly loves you, she'll come back. If she doesn't, her absence is actually a blessing in disguise. Either way, you win. A Stoic doesn't see rejection as a loss. They see it as fuel for personal growth. 3. The power of indifference. Stop seeking validation. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine if, instead of reacting emotionally, you remained completely unshaken by her silence. Imagine if, instead of chasing her validation, you focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Women respect strength, and strength comes from emotional control. By being indifferent to whether she texts back or not, you shift the power dynamic. You become the prize. Because here's the truth: when your happiness depends on someone else, you're giving them control over you. Take it back. 4. Premeditatio malorum. Prepare for the worst. Seneca taught a powerful mental exercise called premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. Before entering any situation, a Stoic prepares for the worst. That way, when it happens, they remain unshaken. When it comes to relationships, expect that people will leave. Expect that love will fade. Expect that you might be ignored. This isn't pessimism, it's resilience. If you're prepared for rejection, You won't be devastated when it happens. Instead, you'll remain calm, composed, and in control. 5. Self-sufficiency. Become your own source of happiness. True happiness doesn't come from someone else's attention. If your self-worth is dependent on whether she texts you back, you'll always be a prisoner to her actions. Instead of seeking happiness in a relationship, cultivate it from within. Pursue your passions. Focus on your purpose. Build a life so fulfilling that her absence is irrelevant. That's real power. Seneca said, "The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires." When you no longer crave external validation, you become truly free. 6. Memento mori. Life is too short to chase someone who ignores you. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is memento mori. Remember, you will die. Not to be morbid, but to be liberated. Ask yourself, if today were your last day, would you spend it worrying about a text message? Would you waste precious time analyzing why she's ignoring you? Probably not. Memento mori reminds us that life is too short to dwell on things we can't control. Instead, focus on what actually matters: your growth, your purpose, your fulfillment. Final thoughts. The obstacle is the way. The next time a woman ignores you, remember this. It's not a loss. It's a test. And the only way to win is to not play. So now, the question is, are you ready to take control? If this resonated with you, watch this next video. It will change your perspective even more.